Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Some big games to get to. We start in Buffalo. The Bills at home to take on the Green Bay Packers. And this is the rookie first-round draft pick, Matthew Golden. They're going to give him a carry here, just trying to get him some touches, and the defense will not get their touches. He's gone.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Love now. He'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Over the middle, he's got Golden. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And that'll be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Love looking to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Here we ready.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those 1st downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
Let's set, go. 60 red. 6 hut.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
90 yellow. Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the result, a Green Bay score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
St. Brown in motion right. There's Goff. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's gone. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Gone. And a short pass here taken in by Laporta. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Goff now to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
It's 4th down.
In motion goes the tight end. On 4th down, Goff. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 15. And
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 39-yard line.
Here's Goff.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Here we go. Set.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard
Play action this time with Love.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Set.
Throwing. Love. And this is incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Here's Love. And that will be incomplete as well.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Love to throw for it on 4th.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Here we go.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2.
Here we go. Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Able to push his way through. And down inside the 15 he goes.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready. 45. Hut.
They go bootleg. Love. And it's caught. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Set. Ready.
Jacobs is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go. Ready.
Off the play fake, Love.
Musgrave's got it out right.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Luke Musgrave
From a yard out. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Goff now looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. Here comes third and about a foot. Now Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Lions. First down at the 50.
From the 50, it's Goff. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. The final shot before break here. Goff. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second and 5.
At the 27-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
A gain of 15.
Now Goff. Packer pressure. pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
And it's third down.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. But I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So the fourth down conversion has it inside the 40 now, first and 10.
That is caught by Laporta. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
First and goal, Detroit.
Gibbs.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now it's gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's into the clear. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
To tack on the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff sacked.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, paired that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
To throw is gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
That's a gain of 3.
Goff now looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Xavier McKinney, the one to get a hand on it defensively.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. That is caught. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Love looking to throw it.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Ready, set.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Hut.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Set. Set.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard
Come
line.
on. Set.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lloyd.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard
Ready.
line.
Break.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here we hut.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Rodriguez on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready.
At the
Love now.
16-yard line.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we ready.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Set double 38. Ready. Ready.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Glove. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Detroit getting set to go now. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Goff now to throw. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Here's Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Out of the gun. Goff. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go and they bring him down. Maybe in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Back to throw. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good.
Watch out, number 52.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to the left here to Reed. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Go. Hut, hut.
One more time with Jacobs. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Packers, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.